My family, they were immigrants from Mexico, and my father was always the sole breadwinner. One day, we got a call that he had been in a terrible truck accident. He was months in the hospital. He was probably not going to walk again. My mother had this sort of battle where she had to find a way to provide an income for us, but she also had to stay home to take care of my father and for us. I was like 12 years old at the time, so not very old. But I was old enough to see the frustration that my mother and my father were really experiencing. And that's when I started to look for any way that I could to make money. I would go to parks around the city and start collecting all the plastic cans and bottles that I could find. Anything that I could do to get more money than I have to do. School was never really the priority. In fact, I was a kid when I started working, but a lot of the people counted me in the workforce right after high school. If it wasn't for those handful of teachers that were so good and saw some potential in me and motivated me to go to college, that they said, you have a future, you don't have to just work. Once I was accepted into San Marcos, I guess that was the first hurdle, but money was still always going to be an issue. That's something that wasn't going away. So if that meant working 3 jobs while I was enrolled in school, then so be it. So it was always this battle of work and school, and I couldn't excel in any way. When I received the financial help that I'm receiving now, everything changed. My life changed completely. And that work ethic that I had already, I could just apply it now to my education. If it wasn't for that financial help, I would still be working. I wouldn't be president of any clubs. I wouldn't be doing research. My brother would have probably not gone into college because he would have seen me struggling. I wouldn't be able to influence the people that I have already. I wouldn't be able to make my parents as proud as they are now. These people like me receiving this help, it's sort of this chain reaction that's benefiting so much more than just one individual. But this can go even to my little sister. She's still in elementary, but now I can know what to teach her, or what to tell her from the beginning. I'm a research assistant and have been for a couple years now. My goal is to discover the different ways in which we can have underrepresented minorities obtain a higher education and excel in this higher education, to make it so that it's not an exception where somebody like me is graduating and obtaining a graduate degree or even a bachelor's, but where it's sort of like the norm. With the help, I can see a future that is so much greater than the future that I saw before the financial help. It literally changed my life, and I'm just extremely grateful, and I just want them and everybody to know that.
I'm a person that handles pressure really well. I think I was put on this world to handle a lot. I was born in Puerto Rico to 2 non-English speaking parents. They decided to come to the United States for a better life, so we moved to Orlando, Florida. I was raised there, and I focused most of my childhood on boxing. I did 13 amateur fights. I thought I was gonna be a professional boxer when I grew up. So I didn't pay too much attention to my studies. So when I did decide that boxing was very dangerous and that I did want to go to the university, my grades weren't good enough, and also my parents couldn't fund my education. So I decided to join the United States Marine Corps. I did a 7-month combat deployment in Afghanistan. If I would have died, the world would have missed out on someone who could have helped. So I decided to get out, and I enrolled immediately in Palomar College. Right before I transferred over to Cal State San Marcos, I did an internship at a farm. There I realized that not only does agriculture provide people with sustenance, but also you employ people. That was when I realized that I wanted to help. Like, helping people is something that really, really satisfies me. My ultimate goal is to earn a PhD in agricultural sciences, but eventually I do want to have my own farm so that I can conduct my own research and offer it for free to other farmers. So the research that I'm currently doing is in molecular plant biology. I work in Dr. Escobar's plant lab. In your cells, in a plant cells, it's pretty much all the same structure. Plants, however, have special enzymes, these proteins. It's supposed to be the reason why we age, actually. We don't have those proteins to reduce reactive oxygen species that cause oxidative damage that lead to Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, neurodegenerative diseases like that. So the research that I'm currently doing seems more tied to plants, but it could be tied to humans as well, because it could give us a reason for why we age a lot faster than plants. I also am president of AAUW, the American Association of University Women at Cal State San Marcos. I was actually the founder of it here because female equality is very, very important, something that we must fight towards. So I said, no, we have to have an American Association of University Women here. We do youth outreach. We also volunteer at things like Girl Tech and the Women's Hackathon, just things to empower women and increase equality amongst women and men. Scholarships have been the reason why I've persisted. I applied for an entire year and didn't get anything. So getting my first scholarship was like, oh man, all this work has finally paid off. I cried because that's when it hit me that there are people out there who do believe in minority females. I will not stop until I am Dr. Caldwell. And when you find a student like myself that you could put money into and you know that there is no backing out for that student, it pushes them that much harder. It's full force, you know, to the very end. You're not just doing it for me, you're doing it for the world. My intentions are to help the world.